Welcome to Tokyosaurus. So what's up in Japan? Alright, so there has been some pretty big news floating around about a Gundam 00 sequel, as the Gundam 00 festival event in Tokyo just happened, and there were some pretty serious announcements. Some people are saying that there is a Gundam 00 sequel, some people are saying it's just referring to a stage play, and the only thing people can seem to agree on is that we are going to be getting a stage play adaptation of Gundam 00 in February of 2019 next year. But some Japanese blogs have already updated their titles in their Gundam 00 pieces, and it seems like there are two separate announcements and that there is actually more detail on the sequel than there is for the stage play currently. So it looks like a sequel to Gundam 00 following the events of the movie is looking to be actually happening for real. And here is what they told everyone at the event so far. If you remember what happened at the end of the movie, Setsuna F. joined the ELS, and his body is no longer entirely human, and quite possibly immortal at this point. The ELS reformed his body with their biotechnology, and somehow he is able to retain the same appearance, even after many years while everyone else ages. He has some kind of metallic shine to his body and is pretty much in a category of his own, as a hybrid between an innovator and an ELS. So how do we know this is a sequel? The Gundam Meisters is now 5 people with Lock-On or Lyle, Alleluia, Soma, Laetitia, I'm pretty sure Laetitia is a new character, and finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, Graham Aker as the pilot of Gundam Exia Repair 4, which he actually renames to Gundam Graham without permission. Which means Graham didn't actually die when he sacrificed himself in the movie so that Setsuna could establish contact with the alien race. Graham, who is now part ELS, is also looking like to be the unofficial leader of the new Gundam Meisters, and probably the main character for this Gundam 00 sequel. I'm not sure how I feel about them bringing Graham back at this point, cause that kind of cheapens his sacrifice, but at the same time, I really don't mind him being the lead character for a Gundam 00 sequel, so I guess there's that. The new character Laetitia will be piloting Dynamis Repair 3, and it seems like Laetitia has the same last name as Tieria Erd, but it turns out they are more connected than I thought, as she is an innovator that has the copied memory of Tieria, so they're basically the same person, but what I'm more curious about is her actual character design. Are they gonna make her look exactly the same as Tieria, similar to Tieria, or completely different than the design of Tieria? We're not gonna find out until probably a few months later in their next info drop, but it would be kind of interesting if they looked exactly the same but acted a little different, even though they have the same memories since they're experiencing different things now. So all the old Meisters are sort of back except for Setsuna, as he's now busy communicating with the alien race to ensure peace and understanding between the ELS and the human race. So at the event, they did a live drama performance for this new story by the original cast members, so Gundam 00 fans were definitely treated to something special and left that event probably feeling pretty happy with all the new things coming for 00. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be a movie, an OVA, or a full-out anime series, but it seems like most people agree that there is some sort of production for the sequel going on. I am pretty sure nobody expected a sequel for 00, especially with the way the movie ended. It just seemed like everything was resolved. The ELS was revealed to not actually be malevolent, so they're probably not going to be the main conflict in the sequel. By the end of the movie, 40% of the human race had already become innovators, and it was noted that they have peacefully integrated themselves into human society, and with their capability to use quantum brainwaves to communicate with each other without misunderstanding, it seemed like it all was good for the human race and that humans have truly evolved. So then, what could this sequel be about? I just hope it's not going to be another alien race invasion, as that kind of goes against what I like about Gundam stories in the first place. I'm hoping for them to explore new issues, cause you know, there are always new issues when it comes to people trying to coexist with one another, even with this newfound power of next level communication. There are probably still humans in that other 60% that resent these new innovators, which is probably why celestial beings still exist. Having Iron-Blooded Orphans just ending over a year ago, I've been on the edge of my seat, hoping for a new mainline Gundam series announcement for a while now. Even though the 00 Trailblazer movie wasn't exactly the peak of 00 for me, and kind of left me with a sour taste with 00, I'm 100% down for more 00 no matter whether they make it into a full series or just an OVA. Even though IBO probably still takes the cake for me as my personal favorite Gundam series, 00 is right up there with it. So hopefully we get more information about the sequel soon and whether or not it will be a full series or not, so that we will know whether or not to still expect an announcement on a big Gundam anime project in the near future. Anyways, what do you guys think of the Gundam 00 sequel so far? Do you even want a sequel, and do you want Graham to be the lead man to a 00 sequel? As usual, I left a poll for you guys up there, and let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to thumbs up before you leave, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications if you want to be updated with the latest that's going on in Japan, and I'll see you guys in the next one.